What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with TechDaily. So I have a lot of apps on my phone. I'm sure most of us do. Some apps I barely use, other apps I'm borderline addicted to, and in between those two extremes are the handy and useful apps that actually serve a decent purpose in my day-to-day routine and workflow. So in this video, I'm going to go over 10 apps that I think are great, useful, unique, fun, or otherwise a bit better than the standard issue Apple apps. Some of these apps you guys might know already, but hopefully there's a couple that you find useful too. By the way, in case you're curious, the case that I'm actually using on my phone is Caseco's Magic Stand case. I've used it now for like 4 or 5 months non-stop, and it's great. Covers every corner and all the edges of the phone, including the camera bump and the screen with that raised edge. It's protective without being bulky, and it's functional too. There's a magnetic ring on the back that flips out that you can use as sort of a finger holder to get a better grip on your phone, and you can also use it, like the name suggests, as a stand to prop up your phone in either landscape or portrait orientation. And this is great if you want to watch a video or just keep your device upright while you work or set up a FaceTime call hands-free. And the magnetic ring also gives you an even stronger MagSafe connection for all the MagSafe accessories you might have too. They also come in a bunch of different colors. There's literally a style for everyone, though I think I like the purple one best. And if you're interested, I'll leave a link to Caseco's Magic Stand cases down below in the video description. So first up is Carrot. And you wouldn't know it by the name, but it's a weather app. And besides being a more in-depth and comprehensive weather app than Apple's own, Carrot is sassy or somewhat offensive even. It's a weather app with a personality. So within its sleek design and intuitive interface, you'll come across little quips and sarcastic remarks that hopefully just brighten your day. Checking the weather is an otherwise mundane task, and there's honestly a lot of weather-related stuff here, including detailed charts, historical data, visual maps, in-depth forecasts, even little missions where you can test your map knowledge. But checking the temperature and randomly coming across an insulting remark in the process definitely makes this unique to say the least. Carrot has been around for forever, but the app is regularly updated, and they just added an AI chatbot a month ago, which transforms those snarky remarks into a full-on insulting conversation. They toss their paid premium club at you that unlocks a ton more features, but I haven't found the need to buy the subscription. For the 1 or 2 times per day I actually glance at the weather, Carrot just makes it that much more interesting. Next up is RoboForm, and I use RoboForm not just on my iPhone, but on my computer and other devices as well. RoboForm is a very easy to use cross-platform password and autofill manager, and on the iPhone, I actually think it's a better option than iCloud Keychain. RoboForm puts security first. They use local and end-to-end 256-bit AES encryption to keep your information safe, and they have a 30-year clean record with no security incidents. And for your own account safety, RoboForm constantly audits your passwords and logins to make sure nothing has been compromised. In addition to managing your own passwords, RoboForm can generate brand new passwords unique to every account you have or any new accounts you create. But RoboForm doesn't just do passwords. The vault can hold all kinds of sensitive information, including website bookmarks, safe notes, identities, and contacts. And unlike iCloud, you can share passwords and other information securely to friends, family, and coworkers if you need to. One other important feature with RoboForm is emergency access. If something happens to you or to your account, you can designate a person to have access to your passwords and information on your behalf. And if you ever have any questions or issues, their 24/7 support team is always there to help. Good luck trying to call Apple about an iCloud issue. RoboForm's iOS app is great, but like I said, you'll want to install it across all your devices and web browsers to really get the most from it. RoboForm offers a totally free option that actually is great on its own if you want to just try it out, but RoboForm's individual plans start as $18 per year, not even $2 a month. That's a really great deal considering all the features and security measures you get. If you're interested in trying out RoboForm for yourself, I'll leave a link down below in the video description with an additional discount to 30% off. And thanks so much to RoboForm for sponsoring this video. One app that I know you guys jumped on recently is Whatnot, and I know that because I saw some of you there during my own live streams on this app last month. Whatnot is a live streaming shopping platform with real-time auctions on everything from Pokemon cards to shoes, coins, collectibles, even tech and gadgets. And a lot of the live auctions start as low as $1. So you could potentially snag a great deal on something like a pair of earbuds or a smartphone or anything else you're interested in. It's sort of like eBay combined with Twitch. It's really social and interactive. There's tons of giveaways days too. And in addition to the regular sort of stuff you might buy, a lot of folks auction off super rare items that you can't really find anywhere else. If you're into collecting or have any hobbies, or maybe you just want to do some shopping with the aim of sniping a ridiculous last-minute deal, I definitely recommend checking out Whatnot. I'll probably be back streaming on there soon too and selling off a bunch of tech items as I continue to pile up stuff in my office month after month. I'll leave a sign-up link down below in the video description, and if you just sign up, you'll get a free $10 credit that you can use in the app on literally anything you want to bid on or buy. So if you find yourself tired of searching endlessly for decent wallpapers, or are fed up with downloading low-res Google images, or constantly get tricked into clicking on a Pinterest link, Locked is a great app that has thousands upon thousands of different wallpapers you can download and use. And most of them are depth effect friendly too for the iPhone and iOS 16. So you can set that cool depth effect where the wallpaper is layered in front of and behind the time text on your lock screen. Most of the wallpapers are free to use. There are some that are paid, and like most apps nowadays, they want you to buy some sort of subscription to something, but you don't need to. There's plenty of awesome wallpapers here from every category imaginable for you to use. Art, architecture, abstract colors and designs, fashion, people, celebrities, cars, nature, the list goes on and on. And this is actually where I find a lot of the wallpapers you guys always ask me about in my videos, so there you go. Camera Plus is probably one of the oldest and most well-known apps, and it is something I still use from time to time. It's basically just a slightly more comprehensive camera app with advanced manual controls for things like focus, exposure, and white balance locks, and the app itself might actually be more intuitive and straightforward for some people compared to Apple's regular camera app. The downside is that most of the really good features for Camera Plus require a paid subscription, but for a couple of bucks per month, you get a ton more features, filters, and functions, and more recently, a sophisticated AI that can automatically adjust your images after the fact to give you the best possible pictures. If video is more your thing, and in particular, editing video for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or anywhere else, Capcut has quickly become the default video editor for iPhone, and I can totally see why. For an iPhone app, this is a very comprehensive and powerful video editor that basically lets you do almost anything Final Cut Pro would. Okay, not really, but there's so much this app can do, from quick video editing like chopping up clips or stitching together a project, to really intricate YouTube videos or shorts with that professional or funky look. You can add and edit audio and songs, text, overlays, different effects, and the bulk of the useful features, the ones that you need to edit a full, complete video from start to finish, are not hidden behind some paywall. So that's great. That's one of the reasons why I still recommend it. It's a great starter app for creating content, but I know full-time creators who swear by Capcut for even their most widely viewed content. So I've never personally been a big Reddit user, but nowadays I find myself using Reddit almost as like a better Google search. It's still a mostly great website on its own, but the problem is Reddit has made their mobile site basically unusable, and they insist on you downloading the official Reddit app to view almost anything. I and millions of other people prefer Apollo, which I don't think is any secret nowadays. It's the best Reddit app with a clean layout. It's easy to browse and comment and view pictures and videos and links and everything else. And because it's so widely known, I originally wasn't going to talk about it. However, Christian Selig, the app developer for Apollo, just revealed that because of a change in Reddit's API and pricing model, he's looking at a potential $20 million bill per year now to keep the Apollo app alive. That's super disappointing. I'll leave a link to his Twitter account and the Reddit post that outlines this new development, but I hope he and Reddit are able to come to some sort of an agreement, because Apollo really is the best Reddit app out there, and if it goes away, I think it might send a ripple effect through Reddit's user base as a whole. So use it while it's still available. It may not be for much longer, unfortunately. Moving past that bit of sadness, as we head into summer, if you're the outdoorsy type like I am from time to time, I highly recommend downloading AllTrails. This is sort of your one-stop shop for all things hiking in the outdoors. AllTrails has obviously, a list of hikes and outdoor activities in your area with helpful information and trail guides and maps and pictures and tips from other users and a whole lot more. And it's a great way to not just discover the outdoor activities around you, but also actually show up to them prepared. A lot of times if you find a random hike on like Google, you won't really know where the trailhead is, where to park, or even how tough the hike may be. AllTrails has all the information and more, and tons of user-generated stuff, so you can see what real people's actual experiences were before you embark on the adventure. You don't need to pay for anything on this app if you don't want to. There's no real upsell. It's just a great information hub for the outdoors, and it certainly saved my butt on more than one occasion when I realized a particular hike was particularly difficult. And I wouldn't have otherwise known that if I didn't browse through the details of the hike on the AllTrails app. If you have any friends with an Android device and are a bit bummed you can't use AirDrop with them, AirDroid is a decent alternative, though it's actually a better Android app than iOS app. I think most people will use it as a simple file transfer hub for sending pictures, documents, and other stuff from an iPhone to an Android device over Wi-Fi, and it works almost as seamlessly as AirDrop does. You can see what it looks like when I send stuff back and forth from my iPhone to my Pixel, for example. It beats sending SMS images or Google Drive links for files and documents, and I tend to use it most for transferring like multiple pictures and files all at once. On Android though, it's also a device manager. You can mirror your phone on your computer, remote access it, but for me, I basically just use it as an AirDrop alternative for the few instances I need to send stuff back and forth from my iPhone to the many Android phones that I review on a regular basis. Finally, if you're big into the credit card rewards game like I am, MaxRewards is an essential app for, well, maximizing those credit card rewards. On the surface, MaxRewards can give you a big picture summary of all your credit cards, including your outstanding balances and spending summaries, but it can also outline all the various perks, benefits, deals, points, rewards, and offers that are associated with each card. So if you have the American Express Platinum card, for example, and want to make sure you're getting the most out of it to justify its $700 annual fee, you can see every perk and offer and benefit that's associated with it and easily figure out how you can take advantage of them. Now, MaxRewards is an app I pay for, and I recommend you do too, because with a paid subscription, the app can also automatically add all the offers to all of your credit cards automatically every single month and notify you if and when you can use them. The app also tells you the best cards to use, where you're at, and for certain things, so you can maximize points in the moment. And it really just takes out the guessing, or I guess the research that's required to fully maximize all those credit card perks that the credit card companies expect you to overlook every month. I've easily redeemed way more points and perks and deals than I've spent on a $5 per month subscription for MaxRewards. So if you have even one or two credit cards that you want to maximize your rewards on, I think this is something that's well worth it. So there you go. Those are 10 apps that I think are pretty useful and I use pretty much every day, or at least more often than most. Let me know what you think of these apps, and if you have any recommendations of your own. I'm always looking for some new useful apps myself. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, or at least found it somewhat helpful. Be sure to follow TechDaily on Twitter and subscribe to the TechDaily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.